Learn to be kids. Kids want to be adults so bad, they don't enjoy their youth, bro. They don't enjoy playing with their toys, playing with their video games, having their parents take care of them. Everybody wants to be an adult until it's time to be an adult and face responsibilities.
So when I interviewed China Mac and Richie Ing, shout out to both of them brothers. They were in the Ghost Shadows. They said gangs groom little kids into thinking the gangs really care about them, but they don't. They pick kids that are in like terrible situations with their family life, give them a place to live, some money, food. And so these kids feel like loyalty to the gang, but they're really being taken advantage of to carry out like their deeds. Man, roll the clip.
When did I realize that I was being taken advantage of? Uh, I want to say in my 20s, but I figure it's just another step. You get manipulated. I mean, everybody went through it to get to where they had to go to. Maybe I don't know. I think that it got so normalized to me that, all right, so they was manipulating me. So what? Fuck it. I'm happy with who I am now anyway. All right. They manipulated me and created a monster. Fuck it. I like being a monster. That was my mindset. So even though I knew I was manipulated, I didn't care. What you created, I like what you created. I like who I was. I like to make people tremble when I walk in the room. I like that back then. So yeah, even though I knew I was being manipulated, I didn't care.
Do you think that all gangs do this, or you think that like there are ones that actually care about you?
All gangs do that. Nobody, no. There's no honor among thieves. There's no honor among thieves. That's a fucking jailhouse legend. That's a myth. That's an urban legend.
Do you feel like that's like an accurate portrayal of gangs?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. That was more of a thing that used to happen in New York, even in the early '80s, bro. Before the gang culture came to New York, the dude on the block was the dirty kid on or whatever, or the hungry kid, and give you a couple of dollars to go to the store. So they kind of, I think, I think a lot of it had to do with them training you to be part of the street life. It's not just gang culture. It was part of it's just like pimps training the hoes. It's just like gangsters training other gangsters. It was just like shit like that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like with us, with the kids, it wasn't like that, bro. Like it was a different thing. Like kids weren't allowed to even become members without their parents' consent. They had to give permission. They used to have to, and in writing it wasn't okay, and then kids that's why we lost a lot of the youth. We stopped, getting so much membership because it was so hard for them to become kings because they used to have to come with the report cards. They used to have to check in the mother. We used to go check in with the mother. So it was a different culture. We were trying to
Different
we
recruitment process.
wasn't really recruiting because honestly, we never recruited kids. Kids came to you and be like, oh, it was family members, or it was troubled kids that used to want to hang around on the block, and I want to become a king or I want to become a Pee-wee and this and that. And you would, I really didn't deal with too much because by the time I came home, I am never really dealt with Pee-wees. But I remember the Pee-wees when they used to be in the block, there was a lot of them in East New York where my mother had moved to when I came home from prison. So when my mother moved to East New York, I used to live on the borderline, and I had curfew, so I couldn't stay out late. You know what I'm saying at the time. So every time I would come out, I would see the this right around the time I no, this right before I got put on curfew. So I used to come out to the store. I come from work late, and I see these little motherfuckers all on the block by the store, bro. 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, because I used to work in a restaurant. So I used to, by the time I get on the train from Long Island, I get on the fucking Long Island Railroad, jump on the subway, and get off at the thing and walk home. Bro, I see these little motherfuckers 2 in the morning out there, three. What the fuck y'all little motherfuckers doing out here? Oh, hold on. And it was a mob of them, bro. East New York had a mob of peewees, bro. And them little motherfuckers used to be getting into all sorts of shit. Yeah, bro. And I used to be like, yo, go home, go home, go home, whatever, whatever. And Yeah, we used to try to a lot of these kids, bro, came from like you gotta understand, these are kids that are coming from the crack era, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And also half of these kids, the ones that did come from the crack era, the parents are all fucked up. But then you have the latchkey kids, which, you know what I'm saying, you got the mother. A lot of the time it's from single family homes. The mother works 2 jobs or whatever. A lot of these kids have keys hanging on their neck, or they have the key to go in the house. They're supposed to do their homework, stay. Nobody's allowed in the house. And you know what I'm saying? That's like I was a latchkey kid. You know what I'm saying? My mother worked 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? So I used to have the key to the house, and nobody's supposed to know you alone. But we were like trained to be grown-ups before we were. You know what I'm saying? Now you hear a kid 11 years old, 12 years old, 10 years old, staying home by themselves. Oh my God, it's a crime. But back then, bro, it was like 10 years old, 8 years old, you was home taking care of your siblings. You're 10, they're 6, that's how it was back then. So it's a different, it
It's
was
funny.
totally
It's
good.
funny you say that because that's what Richie literally said in our interview.
Mm.
He was saying that he just got bored, and
You
that's
get
like how
bored,
he started
exactly.
ended up getting into the street. You know.
Well, that's what happened with me. To be honest with you, that was me. My window, we used to live on a third floor, and there was a big ass park. Van Cortlandt Park was right across the street from our house. So the park, I could see the basketball courts, you see the handball courts, and then you see the fields. So there was one of the courts there that the hoop was broken. These kids would lay down all this cardboard on there, and everybody be like pop rocking and doing all type of shit. Then you see the kids doing graffiti on the floor and all that shit. So I used to be in my window just watching and watching and watching. And I started, can I go to the store? Can I get? And next thing you know, I go out, stay a little bit later. Can I go to the arcade and play a video game? You go over there, play Galaxy, whatever. Come back. Can I go get a slice of pizzas down the block? Next thing you know, I'm at the park for like 10 minutes. My mother's yelling out the window. So little by little, I started gravitating towards the street just because remember back then what you had TV for the TV used to shut off at 11 o'clock. Was it 12 o'clock TV that used to come on at a certain time? Yeah, TV used to get cut. The last show on TV used to be MASH. I remember it was MASH was the last show. It was like
Right.
Archie Bunker, then MASH. But in the daytime, bro, what you had? Cartoons were like from 3 to 5, and then after that was like different strokes and these little those type of shows like, Cosby's wasn't even out back then, but it was like Good Times and the Jeffersons and Archie Bunker. So, boy, those shows wasn't, I'm not watching that. I want to watch the guys doing breakdancing outside, listening to jam on and different type of music. So that's what really like gravitated me. And then I would go to the block, and then dudes were all on the block hanging out. Yo, go to the store for me. Here's $1. Next thing you know, yo, do me a favor. Yo, take this over there to that apartment. You go to the door, you knock. Here's $10. Yo, you need a pair of sneakers. Yo, do me a favor. Go over here. And next thing you know, you don't know it, but you're moving packs back and forth without even knowing it. And you like 11 years old, 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna check an 11-year-old? You know what I'm saying? For anything, you going into a fucking crack spot, taking a pack over there. They're not expecting you to fucking have anything. So that's how they would train you and manicure you to become, part of the street.
What is the advice that you have for kids growing up in this generation now?
Learn how to be kids. Learn to be kids. Kids want to be adults so bad, they don't enjoy their youth, bro. They don't enjoy playing with their toys, playing with their video games, having their parents take care of them. Everybody wants to be an adult until it's time to be an adult and face responsibilities, bro. They need to just be kids. Enjoy being a kid. Start riding bikes again. Start, doing things that kids used to do. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You don't even see that no more. With us, we used to build ramps with milk crates and a piece of wood and be doing ramps and jumping off the stuff. But the only time you see these kids is these kids with these bikes now that they're doing wheelies down the block and they're already teenagers. But you barely see kids on bikes anymore. You barely see kids doing kids stuff, bro. I don't see them playing tag. You don't see them playing hide and go seek. You don't see manhunt. I don't see none of that anymore, bro. You go down the blocks, you don't even see them playing hopscotch, stickball. Kids don't they're not kids. Everybody wants to grow up too fast. Everybody want to be, everybody want to be in the streets. Everybody want to be a tough guy, bro. It's
Or they're addicted to their screens?
That's a whole different fucking that's a whole different thing, but that's the thing, if they're on their phones or they're on the video games or they're on their computers, you don't see, bro, it'll be a hot day outside, nobody's outside.
Right. That's what I'm saying though. Like, but you know, you make such a great point though about like enjoy your time as a kid while you can, because once that innocence is gone, bro, it's gone, and you're gonna
Yeah,
have
nobody
to.
nobody wants to be kids anymore. Everybody wants to be a grown up. Everybody wants to be a tough guy. You see these little kids. The thing that I don't be understanding is, bro, your kid's going to middle school, and you're letting your kid go out to the school with a full face mask on. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like, I see these little fucking shit stains, bro, running around with the poo shiesties. Like, bro, like, no, bro, that shit is. I'm dead serious, bro. That shit is crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah, it is, man.
it's like, I get it. Everybody goes through their phases of what's cool and what's not. But dude, as a parent, you think I will catch my kid with a face mask at 10, 12 years old, going out in the street like that, bro? I would have whooped my son's ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of this shit comes from the leniency of the parents, bro, too. You're like, you're so um worried about whatever that you let these kids do whatever, bro. And then you see these kids 14 already smoking, already, it's a whole different, bro. When I was growing up, you see, even if you were smoking a cigarette, the older people be like, "Hey, come here, put that out." They start chasing you around trying to dis them. Nope, now nobody says nothing. Everybody's like, "Whoo." It's like nobody gives a fuck. Everybody's numb in society, bro. It's like a numb thing, you know what I'm saying? So it's just weird, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see kids being kids anymore, bro.
Sad, man. Really
Yeah,
sad.
bro. It's like, you let's say you go to Walmart, you go to Target, bro, bikes used to be sold out. Every time I want to buy my son a bike or buy something, bro, shit be sold out. Now, shit is piled up over there, bro. Them shits is on special, 50% off, 40% off, bro, because nobody is buying the stuff. Nobody's being kids, bro. These kids, everybody's like, dude, and then they're so what was the perfect word for it? Not they're so sensitive.
Mm.
They have such thin skin, bro. Oh, they didn't follow me. They didn't comment. Kids ready to commit suicide over likes and things like that. Like, yo, bro, this society, bro. You can't say the wrong thing because you're getting canceled. You're getting, bro. Everybody's so sensitive, bro. Like, I'm just not. I don't know, bro. It's taken me a lot to curve the way I speak with certain words because everybody's so sensitive. You can't say certain words anymore. You can't say this. You can't say now because everybody looks at you like an alien, bro. And like, I grew up on fucking people be like you effing retard. You know what I'm saying? Certain words like
Well, it's not even just the words though, but like the directness and the harshness of the message, because you want it to like wake up the person, right? Like you can't even be like that anymore. They'll be like,
bro,
"Why are
it's
you being so
sensitive.
mean? Are you being an asshole about it?" But it's
Every
like,
Dude, it's everybody's so sensitive, bro. Everything's but then again, it's like they're liberal for certain things. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to fight for equality and this and that about, whatever. We're not gonna get into all that, whatever, different identifications and stuff. But even these kids, bro, like, dude, like, what the fuck? They don't even know what sun is anymore, bro. It's like, yo, bro, like, I don't know, bro. Like, I wasn't allowed to do none of that. I had a certain amount of time on the TV, and that's back then, bro. Back then. God forbid when I got Atari, bro, I was on there for over an hour. Bro, my mom was already like, get off the TV. Get off the TV. Bro, back then the TV was like,
right.
and it was black and white. Yes, I'm that old, bro. I'm that old.
All right,
Yeah.
Kano, man, I just want to thank you so much for your time, bro. Is there anything else you want to say to the people before we go ahead and wrap it up?
Nah, always a pleasure, my brothers. It's always a pleasure. Go out there, support the young brothers doing music. You know what I mean? You see a brother, you feel that he's got talent, bro. Follow, like, subscribe them. Show support. You know what I mean? It's always good to see up and coming people trying their good. Like I said, I'm working on a comic book. I'm definitely
Yeah,
gonna let you. You
talk to
know,
us about the comic book, man. How'd you come up with that idea?
I'm be honest with you, it was my girl's idea. Me and my girl were talking, and she's like, you should do this." The first it was started with a book thing, and then we was talking about the comic book thing. And I was like, I ain't writing no book, whatever. And then I don't know, we started just talking about it, and then the ideas just started coming together. It's about a kid that goes to prison, um, getting caught up in there, and then he becomes a member, and then he fights for the rights of the people, and then he comes out in the street and he becomes like a vigilante. So it's like the bat sign comes out, and he comes out, and I'm still in the works with it. I'm still working on
It's
it.
the
You know what I
crown
mean?
sign instead.
I didn't know if I was gonna do that yet. I might be like, the crown sign. Well, his name is El Rey. He's El
Right.
Rey. You know what I'm saying? Which is the
Wait,
king.
so are you drawing or are you just writing it?
Right now I'm just writing it. I gotta decide. I might talk to my secret weapon. I have a secret weapon that we used before for a comic book. So once I get everything together, I might talk to Fetus. Fetus did a lot of my stuff before. Maybe we'll do something in conjunction. Or a lot of people are telling me that you don't even gotta do that no more. Like, uh, you just take certain pictures and you go into AI, and AI will create a lot of the things. So I don't know. I want to do, like, honestly, I wanted to keep it like, on an organic book. I didn't want to go that route yet, but I'm still putting together, like,
You
the
exploring your
ideas of it.
options.
Yeah, the ideas of it. Like I said, I started doing like the blueprint and started laying the foundation for it. And a little bit of the book. I got a lot of work to do, but because my time is so limited, bro. So I'd be like, it's a pain in the ass. But yeah, nah, that was really what it was, you know what I mean? And been thinking about it, and I spoke to Blame about it, and then Blame gave me a few ideas because he's already published, you know what I'm saying? Blame already
Yeah.
he's like on his third book right now. My guy over there is like a author right now. He's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? His book is actually good.
Yeah,
It's
man.
actually a good book, you know what I mean? Which I'm very, very proud of him, you know what I mean? But yeah, he gave me a lot of pointers and a lot of ideas, and I break some things down. But I might even take certain things, and because Blame is heavy into the graffiti too. So I don't know. Maybe I'll see if I could do like a conjunction of a couple of graffiti artists come in and help me out with it. And obviously they get credit or whatever for it. It's more just to do something. I'm not even interested in, what I mean, and doing anything. But at a point you want to do something that's a little bit different.
Can like at one of the crime scenes that he actually saves the people and stuff like that, can you have the newscaster be a panda, you know, reporting live or
Yo, it's funny that shit would definitely be a funny ass shit, bro. Funny ass shit, bro. Yo, that shit is definitely funny. We definitely got to put Panda.
That
We
would be
definitely got to put
hilarious.
Panda. We definitely got to put him in there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
Be like, yo, the podcast adventure. Here with the breaking news from the underground of hip hop.
Right.
But yeah, nah, that's what we're doing right now. I'm trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take a little bit thing. Yo, so I'm basically like the the um, the spears of Panda Chop, huh?
Spears?
The Ari Spears
Oh man.
of Panda Chop now. What's up? Are we gonna talk about my raise or what? Nah, I'm just fucking with you, bro.
I
But nah, that's
appreciate
always
you,
a pleasure,
Kano.
my brother. Anytime, whatever you need, just I'm here, bro. You already know. If anybody gets into any actions, anything, DM me, hit me up. Cano Almighty. We here to fix your car away like it never happened.